I'm being rude. I have been working for 3 days. Not full, but 3 days. And I'm taking a break. And I'm sitting here on a beautiful day. And you know, I should tell Gary I went live. So let me get my other phone. I have 2 phones. I had 2 numbers. I didn't want to get rid of them. So what I did was I kept them both since they were so cheap. And one's a little phone and one's a bigger phone. So if you're talking to me, I can't see anything. So I've got to turn something on. Let me first see if I was successful going live. I've been working in my chair garden. This is the first time in 3 years that I've torn it apart, but it's going to be fabulous. I'm so excited. Okay, this is, yeah, let me see if I can find myself. So talk among yourselves. Oh, I guess I am live. Let's see. You told me I had. That's why I did this. I have to take a survey. Okay, I've only heard of one thing. Submit your survey. Is this funny? Okay, connection is really bad, so we're not going to stay on long because I'm going to waste everybody's time. Michelle, Cats 12, hi, Jane Hill. I'm live. Yeah, I have to look on here. This sucks. I have such a bad connection. We have like no cell site to speak of. Though I see them putting a tower up somewhere, so maybe that will improve things. And my internet doesn't go out this far, and I look like I'm in a fog. Oh, look, it just cleared up. So I don't know. So let me see. I'm going to make this short. Let me tell Gary we're live. I don't know where he's at. He's somewhere around here. He'll go, what is she doing now? I am live. Of course, he'll come back and say, I know you're live. Oh my gosh. I know I just put up a video, so I wasn't sure if I was really going to put that one up or not. I decided to go for it. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Mark, Oliver, you were first on the video that went up a little bit ago. Hello, Jody Farr. Hello, Vicky Parrish. Hello, Parrot, which is probably Parrish. Hello, Melinda Roth. Hello. Let's see, Dorothy Smith from Washington. Hello. Debbie Delano. Hello. John Shatuk. I probably got that wrong, but hello. Bendingo. Hello. Kelly Homesteading with Pooh Bear. Oh, cute. Hello. Michelle Katz, I said hello to you first. Now, I just figured I'd come out and sit down, have a soda. That's right, a soda, but it's real sugar. I needed something. I don't even think I ate lunch today. No, I did not. I am so jazzed over that. I hope to have that video up. I'm putting it together, and that's why I decided I'm going to take a break. I did the beginning, and I've done the middle, and now I just need the end of it. I think that setup, and when I go over and explain it, I think this is going to be possibly the answer for so many things coming in the growing season. I think some of you are going to go, when you see that, your head's going to explode going, oh my God, because I have been working with that and watching this because I had a theory, and oh my goodness, I'll talk about that in the video. Otherwise, you won't watch the video if I tell you. Let's see. Geraldine, is that not right? Geraldine Moran, hello. Oh, from Ireland. I thought I heard Gary. Like I said, I just came here. Christy Wade from Waco, Texas. Hello. Sherry, hello. Gray Gatlin, I'm never going to be able to go over. Alabama, hello. Sylvia Martinez, hello. Love all your information you share. Oh, you know, that's the way my brain works. It always has since I was a kid. Someday I'll tell you a boring story. You won't be interested. But my brain has always worked that way. And it's not that I think out of the box. I look at things and I analyze things. And I used to do that as a little kid. Like I said, it's a long story. I'll bore you if I tell you that. My best friend and my big hangout when I was probably 7 was the pet store and farmer's market. His name was Ralph, and I would hang out with him on any day I didn't have school. And just by watching, I learned so much, and then I taught him. And I was a kid, and he thought I was crazy. So like I said, it's a long, boring story. Let's see, Gary. I think this is Gary. No, G-A-R-V, Inland Pacific Northwest here. Now I'm just going to sit here and have nothing to say. Karen Thompson, hello. No, like I said, I literally just wanted to take a break, say hello. I hope if anybody saw the video I just put up, I'm not trying to go after anybody. It's just, it's not that everybody has to share results, but there's so many things. Even my daughter, who's now doing gardening big time, she's ahead of me. She's got her trough, that big silver trough. This was my determination to get this done and that done. The only problem with that is it's on a yard. So I'm going to work on that in the morning. And then I think I'm going to finish the back wall. I've got a third of it already with zucchini. And then I've got one that I've got to pull apart. There's like 10 plants in there. It will never grow. Zucchini really does good with one plant. My daughter said she did 2. And I said, I've done two in one of those 18-gallon totes. We were talking the other day, and I said, how'd it go for you? And she doesn't remember. She says, I think it did okay. When you have one zucchini in a tote, like I did in the chair garden 2 years ago, one zucchini, you would get a plant that would just keep growing zucchini. If you didn't pick it, they just kept going, and you'd have big ones and small ones. So really, one plant does better in some of these. That's the thing. And I've been seeing people set this stuff up. Oh, now I'm in the chair garden. Okay, I've moved. I am beat. I have lifted so much stuff, but it's done. Now I have a new garden I'm going to do. Still frozen? I'm frozen. Let me try this again. It's telling me I'm frozen.
All I say is the chair garden. Hang on.
Hang on. Hang on. I like when you do that.
See an image here.
Oh, yeah, but who's in the image? Oh, look, the umbrella would work. I can't see anything. I've wasted all these people's time. Just think of all the wonderful things they could have done. They could have planted their squash, their tomatoes. I think I'm going to plant cucumbers next. I have watermelon growing. Oh, I am here. I'm talking to myself. I have watermelon grow. Oh, the watermelon's a blast. So I guess Gary and I got sick of watermelon. Oh, don't tell Kitty. And it sat on the counter in this container. So I've got it on my other camera. I'll have to look. I split it in half, and of course it was rotten because I did it like a week and a half ago. So I put it in the rainbow garden. If I want to grow about 40 watermelon plants, that would be fantastic. They're coming up everywhere. So I've moved some into the chair garden. I'm leaving some here. Now watermelon, I have pushed 3 plants per container, per tote, 18-gallon. I would do 1 in a 5-gallon bucket, but I've done 3 successfully here. You probably saw it last year. And it worked. I got watermelon for months on it. So it worked really good, but I had to put something in there. I had a 2-system in there. I had a pot, and then I was filling it up with kitchen scraps, and I had another pot on top so nothing would get in it, and that's what kept them alive. No, I'm on, Gary. Are you looking to see if I'm on?
Yeah, you're on.
I'm on. These poor people are bored. I should let them go. Oh, so if I just planted 4 cucumbers in a tote, if I move 3, do you think they will make it? You know, I think you can do 3 cucumbers in a tote. I'm going to ask my daughter if she's done it. I did 1 over there and 1 back here. But since cucumbers are probably very similar to watermelon, and if you feed them, put a pitcher in there. I go look back if you haven't seen that video. That pitcher's got holes, and then you've got your food scraps in there. So maybe every few weeks you can throw some stuff in there and water it. That will give a lot of nutrients for the cucumbers, and I'm going to say yes. I probably will put 3 different types of cucumbers in the chair garden in one of the totes. I would definitely do 1 squash. You can sometimes push 2 tomatoes. All the squash are the heaviest feeders out of all of them. But I'm gonna show you when I get to the trough, I'm gonna load that thing up. That's my plan right now. And I'm gonna show you how it can be done, because there are ways of doing it where it will still grow. And you can get them all in there, but not the way everybody's doing it. You can't just say, I'm gonna grow a zucchini here, a watermelon here, a pepper here, a tomato here in these raised beds that are 2 by 4 or 2 by 6. It won't work, because all their root system, the first thing they're gonna do is grow a massive root system, and they're gonna just intertwine. They're gonna take each other's nutrients, and you will end up with a bunch of beautiful plants in 30 days in a great big container. And then by the 60th day, when you're supposed to be harvesting, there will be no plants. They'll all be yellow. They won't be doing good. You'll be asking why. Are you gonna sit down, or are you just gonna stand around behind the, you know, that's one thing I don't like being is in front of a camera. I love being behind the camera. I love sitting and taking pictures. No, fixed. He needs a stronger pair. So be careful, my wonderful soda.
Well, that's what I was looking for.
I'll put this in here. Oh, you know what? I can help you. I'm mic'd, and there's a mic in there. If you can find where I put it. I think I put it in a wheelbarrow. Did you want a mic?
I don't know.
Are you going to sit here? Are we going to bore everybody this afternoon on a beautiful day when I should be working out there? I officially know I'm crazy, because not only am I so excited to finish that, I'm contemplating a new garden. Not counting the new one I'm going to plant here, but I'm thinking of doing that in the winter now. But I have another garden I want to set up. Yeah, another garden. Here. Oh, now you get to see Gary mic up. We're hoping I'm mic'd. Unlike the video I did, and I was so excited, and the mic sounded so good, and I tested it, and it was wonderful. It was great. Went, sat down, did the whole video, come back, and I had forgot to plug it into the camera when I went to check it, because you have to unplug it to check it. Okay, now Gary's got a mic. He could walk around. I have my tablet so I can see if we're offline. Here, we can put it on your hat. Oh, that's going to go flying, the way I put that on. So, Gary, we have probably missed a lot of people, and these poor people are just, look at Mama Bear says, I'm so bored. I know you didn't say that.
I think she said the opposite.
I know she did say the opposite. Native Roots and Shoots, hello. Bobbin, is it Bobbin in, oh yeah, Bobbin in Missouri, hello. I think I got a lot of these. Since I hurt my foot real bad in the garden, I'm a beginner, and I'm making a hummingbird solar fountain. So thank you. Oh, are you the one that asked me? No, somebody asked me, where is the chip and dip solar fountain video? I don't know. I got to go find it. I should just make a new one. I'm going to make another one with a teapot. But solar fountains, they're fun to make. I want to do a whole bunch this year, a bunch of new ones. I got a new fountain. I'm going to make another one of those floating ones. That turned out really cute. And then now we're going to sit here. What are you drinking? Or can you not say it?
No, I'm not trying to pretend I'm drinking coffee and there's
You're
something
drinking
else.
coffee
Yeah.
in the afternoon, and then you tell me, gee, I can't sleep at night. As I drink my soda with real sugar. Okay, say Gary, because I just came on to say hello. Actually, I wanted to sit down. I wanted an excuse to sit. See my new setup? I love it.
Okay, yeah.
It did what I wanted to do, so I'm going to be setting something up here, but I think I'm going to wait till winter because I'm probably going to run out of time because I have to do the bird garden, I got to do the wall. I have to finish down the driveway, though. The squash that I planted there is doing really good. The new ones, the ones that go,
I say it.
isn't that cool? And some of your rebar you gave me didn't work. They're too fat.
Okay, I can
So,
I've got more. That's probably 5/8. I've got 1/2 inch.
well, I just went and got some sticks now, too. And that worked really, really good. Elaine Dressel, she says hello. Jay Neal, yes. I'll put a picture in, thank you. Next year, I'll just, yeah, do next year. So are you in the United States? if you're not planting till next year. A pitcher, and if you don't want to do a pitcher, all you need are 2 containers that fit together. You can do the same thing, put holes on the bottom, go check the video out, put holes on the side, drop it inside your tote or bucket or whatever you're growing in, and then have a planter sitting on top, and this way you won't get critters in it. I have something else. I'm trying to get I haven't even started the video. There's some other thing you can do if you have plants that don't grow good, and it's going to be completely different to try. I'm going to do it with my zucchini that I have growing on the deck in a 1-gallon pot that is already this big. Not the zucchini, the plant. And I want to make sure I get a zucchini on that. I should let you read this. How do you say vamos? Oh, I'm going to butcher this. Do you need glasses to see that?
Voluminous. Voluminous water.
Okay, hello, do you have any problems with predators? And if so, how do you deal with them? I just did one, Suda, see, hi. I just did one on roaches. I'll come back to that. Predators. Predators? It is predators. We have coyotes. We have a mountain lion I haven't seen. We have bobcat. If you're talking about those predators, are you talking about things for the garden? Or are you talking about just predators? We do have coyotes. They don't bother the garden at all. We just have to make sure they're all locked up. The healers can stay out, but none of, like Kitty can't, the little ones can't. I don't deal with them.
At night, everything gets locked up securely. So the chickens, we've got some chickens that I let out during the day to roam around, but the healers, look after them, and then at night they go back into their coop and they get locked in and they're safe.
Well, I was working there. It was last night or the night before, and the coyote came down, and he came right up to the truck bed, and it's like, ooh, she's there. So he just turned around and left. So nothing we have to we don't have bears or anything like that. So nothing so far that we've had to be alarmed about. Let's see, raccoons. We do have raccoons, but I haven't seen them lately, and I'm hoping they're gone because we haven't had raccoons in like 15, 20 years until our dear neighbor decided to dump a whole bunch of them out here. And those are the ones that killed the hawks. The ravens did tear the nest apart. They were up there earlier.
The old hawk's nest? Okay.
So the hawks won't come back. I just saw that when I was finishing my work in there. I watched them tear it apart. So they don't want the nest, they want all the sticks. So that's the end of that. But our neighbor, our wonderful, sweet neighbor. Okay, anyways. Raccoons, dogs. Let's see, Melinda Ross said, you and Gary are so sweet and kind of sharing all this information. I like sharing information. Someday I'll sit down and tell you. Someday I'll tell you why I share a lot of information. I can make it really short. I got involved in something years and years and years ago, long before I met you. I'm not going to get into details. I don't want to get into. No?
No,
it doesn't matter. Yeah. And I joined an organization. I must have been 18 or 19 years old, and I joined an organization and I needed help. So I went to the organization and said, hey, I'm a club member and I really need this help. I called the president. And I remember her husband was on the phone and he wouldn't tell me anything. And he said, hold on, he got his wife, who is now president, because he was president the year before. And she listened to me and she said to me, you're asking me for help? This was for an animal. Let's just say it was for an animal. And I said, yeah. She goes, why would I give you my information that I work so hard to learn? That blew my mind. I told you about that.
Yep.
She is a president of a big organization. And she had the nerve to tell me that. And I said, you could possibly help me save this animal because vets didn't know or anything. And she would not. And it was kind of that day that I changed. I did call somebody else that was an old timer. She was probably, would she have been in her 90? I called her, I got a hold of her. She did help me, but tell me there was nothing I could do. But she shortly after that died because she was really in her 90s or something. You know who I'm talking about?
Yep.
Velma. And that was kind of the turn at that point that if I know something, I'm going to help as many people as I can, even if it's just ideas. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm wrong many times, but that was a big turning point in my life when somebody turned up. My parents always helped people. My dad, if somebody needed help or volunteered for stuff, my mother would still be volunteering if she wasn't sitting in the house all day. She's afraid to go outside, so we won't say go into that, with everything that went on. But that really got to me. And as a kid, like I said, I used to go to farmers market, and my big hangout was the pet store. And I watched these things, and there were certain animals that weren't doing that well. And I talked to the owner or the manager, he probably was the manager, and I helped him out as a kid, like 7, 8 years old. He must have thought I was crazy. So that's why I was surprised when somebody would tell me they're not going to give me their information. So that would kind of blew my mind. So after that, I thought, no. So anytime I got involved with something, it was the opposite. I would give everything. Not only that, I would go to lectures and sit there and listen and know that they were lying through their teeth. And I would listen to them, and then I'd go up to them and I'd say, so tell me, how does that go for you? And they wouldn't want to talk to me because they caught on that I knew they were not telling the truth. You've dealt with that a lot your whole life.
Yes, I have.
Because we both deal with the same type of stuff. So J. Neal, let's see. Jesse Matlock, is Miracle Grow organic? Miracle Grow has a bad, what? How do you, yes, put your glasses on and let you answer that question. Oh, I'm going to end up knocking him off. What is that supposed to be?
Connotation.
With me. Oh, is that because of what they're involved in or companies they deal with? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you can talk about
No, as far as Miracle Grow being organic, probably not. It doesn't say organic. If you want organic soil, you've got Dr. Earth, and that will state organic. The problem is some of these soils, I went to a nursery not far from here, and their soil, now I'm getting the sun in my eyes. Their soil was like $35, $40 for a little cubic foot bag. I wouldn't be able to grow. So no, but you know what? If you're using a small amount, you can't worry about everything in life. Unless you have an issue. If you're using a small amount and then you start building your own soil, I personally don't worry about it. What were you going to say?
No,
I think they may have organic, and it will be more money, but I'm not sure because I just go and I get the yellow bag. I don't even get the blue one. The blue one, they've added more perlite or something to it, and they charge more. And then I use less than one bag to do the whole chair garden, and that was 11 totes because everything has got like you put in, just soil from the ground, leaves, last year's soil all mixed up, kitchen scraps, really mainly leaves from all kinds of leaves from the garden and things I dug up under trees. I kind of moved all the soil away or leaves away from the trees and dug that up, mixed it up. And then I put about maybe that much of soil of Miracle Grow on top. If you're uncomfortable using anything, you use what you want to use. You don't use any soil, any Miracle Grow.
no, I don't. But the whole idea, my thought on it is your goal is to try to build soil, whether you're building soil in the ground or whether you're building it in a container. You know, if you can start building soil and you've got nowhere to start in the beginning, well, yeah, using a commercial potting soil, that will get you moving forward. And then from there you can build on that. So I don't have a problem with it, I just don't use it. Because it took me a while to figure out, because some of my mixes are horrible.
Yeah, but you know what? You've got all that wood chips down there. You've made piles and piles of wood chips. I have to go dig for it. I'm not going to dig that much.
Well,
but
now I just dig it out of the ground and sift it.
Well, I went under the pepper tree and I moved it, and you could see the mycorrhizums. It's all through there and everything. I just took that and I mixed it in with what was there last year. And then, like I said, I put a little bit of, there was a few I actually didn't even put potting soil on. Is it organic? There's a good one. Or if you know the meaning of organic, I went into a grocery store, a big grocery store, don't want to say a name, and I went in there one day and it was like, all our produce is organic. And I thought, what the heck? They didn't even raise their price. I told you about that, right?
Yep.
Signs posted everywhere. There's actually another one I went to, put the same thing out front, big sign. All produce is organic. Of course it is. If it grew, it's organic. Not the organic that people were thinking, but it was organic. You have to get what you want. That's the bottom line. Is if you are not growing that much and you want to get organic potting soil, absolutely. I'm never going to tell somebody don't get organic. My daughter, she was buying the cheaper stuff she was buying Walmart's. And she said lately it hasn't been that great to her, so she's back to Miracle-Gro. The problem is how much you want to spend and how much can you afford to spend. I can't, and I'm not going to. So I'll just make my own and I'll build my own, and then you build all your own.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing that may not be really, when you think about as organic inside, is sometimes they put these little bead things. They kind of look like earthworm eggs. And in there, they probably have fertilizer in there. So there's a small amount of fertilizer in some of their soil. Well, that is encapsulated in a plastic. So that would be probably the only thing that's not organic. Kind of like how if you take vitamin pills, you get medication, and you know how you have capsules? Even hard pills are coated so they don't fall apart. So keep that in mind. So it's kind of, that would be the only thing I would say that would be totally not an organic particle in there. But you have to get what you want.
Concoction?
Okay. Oh, that's that she was saying. Geraldine Meyer, is that how it is? It was saying concoction. Organic doesn't mean, and that's why the stores are now advertising their organic. And then that other store's got their farmer from Beverly Hills, was it?
No, from
Wasn't Beverly Hills?
There's an area near Beverly Hills.
An area, because you were laughing about that. There's nobody, and he's the farmer that's growing because he probably supplies them. He's calling him a farmer.
No, there's Brentwood. He's from Brentwood.
He's from Brentwood. That's right. They're going to stick their farm in Brentwood.
And if you know the LA area, you'll know Brentwood is a wealthy neighborhood. But he's from Brentwood, Central California.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, Northern California.
Oh, they played
the Central Valley. There's a town called Brentwood. So they used that in their marketing. So it makes it look, it made it look like it was kind of a high-class product, if that makes any sense.
That goes back to our friend that worked at a little pet shop that said, we get the best dogs. They come from where? Westminster?
Westminster.
And I said to him, what? Oh, our dogs are coming from Westminster. I said, you got this little shop that's just a little nothing really, and we get our dogs from Westminster. My boss told me. Turned out he had a second shop there, so he was telling everybody his dogs were all coming from Westminster,
California.
Not where they're having the big dog shows where all the, that was so funny. And he actually thought that they were show dogs coming in. And I said, you do know some of them are not purebreds? Oh, but they're Westminster dogs. Oh, I saw a floating heart. I've never seen that before. Let's see. Thanks for being willing to be able to help whenever you can. You've been, great to me. Brenda Randolph, thank you. The only organic is coming from you. That's true. You have to, it's the way you grow. Because right now they're getting away with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of regulations that were changed. I don't want to get into political stuff with grocery stores, but most of the foods, we've talked about it, you can look this up. It's even been on YouTube, and they're very open on it. A lot of the produce you buy has almost no vitamins. And it looks fresh, it looks beautiful. There's actually, I don't know the name of the video, but it was it was done in a lab and it was done on YouTube, and the lady's holding two beautiful oranges, and she explained that this one will last longer. You can put it on your shelf, you can put it on the counter, it will last you, it could possibly last 4 to 6 months, and this one you have to eat right away. And the guy said, well, what's the difference? Nothing. She kept showing him nothing, and she cut it open and he tasted it, and he said, there's got to be something different. Well, not that big of a deal, but the one that will last for 6 months has no vitamin A or C in it, she said. But this one does, but think of how long it will last. And they were explaining, so when they irradiate food, it basically kills most of the vitamins out of there. So if it had a large percentage, maybe 5 or 10%, but not the minerals. So you get minerals, but you don't get vitamins. That's why you really want to grow something. And the other thing is you don't get the enzymes. There's so many ways they do it now, and if it's considered a cleaning, then they don't have to tell you they've done it. That's the way they do it. You want to? You look like you have something to say.
I don't have
Oh no, I've been doing so much reading on it. It actually makes me sick when I read it through. But anything considered a cleaning, they came up with a brand new technique, and I don't remember the exact name of it, but the initials were NEW, and because that was the initials of it, it is impossible to find. They have buried it, and it's some sort of something electronic. It's a radiation. They used to have to tell you, and they used to have to put a symbol on the packages of food you bought so you would know. And now that it's considered cleaning, then they don't have to tell you. The same thing, like they don't have to tell you if the chicken is salt because it's cleaning. So it's not just chicken anymore, isn't it? It's all the meat.
Yeah.
All tumbled in a sodium type solution, and it prevents bacteria, can do a good cleaning, and also prolongs the life of we're talking about raw chicken. So just think, when I was a kid, not even when I was a kid, when I lived here, if you bought chicken, a slab of chicken, and you brought it home and you didn't use it within 2 days, you wouldn't use it on the third day, you throw it out. Now it's amazing. You get a slab of chicken and it will tell you it's good for a week and a half. How is that? That's because it's treated. Okay, well, let's go on to another subject.
I've found something out. There's a new technology called A-peel.
Okay, I don't know what that one is. I kind of stopped
looking. It's being put on all produce.
Okay, so they're doing that. I'll have to look into that, because the other one was new, and that would be N period, E period, W period. It's buried. You cannot find it, but I read the whole thing on it. So now they're calling it A-peel, another technology. So basically what it is, you're eating food that has nothing in it. I mean, here's a good example. When I was a kid, you used to buy orange juice or grape juice, and you read the bottle. Oh, it's got vitamin C, it's got this and that. Now go buy a really good brand of grape juice. Don't buy it. Look online. I mean, you can buy it. I buy it sometimes to mix in with something. But if you look at the label, it will tell you there's no vitamin C, because it's been zapped, it's been irradiated, it's been treated, and it will say no vitamin C, but sometimes it will say vitamin C fortified. So what they did was basically crush vitamin C and put it back in there. So I can't blame them, because what they're trying to do is it's storage. That's what it's all about. Less waste. You have less waste and more produce and product that can last longer. Dog food, they treat that, and that's why it can last 2 years, when before a lot of stuff was 6 months. So how do we get on this subject? Baha Garham, Westminster. The funny part was he believed it. He had such an argument with me, and I'm telling him, you don't have no name brand. You're not working at some big pet store. This is a little hole-in-the-wall pet store. They're not bringing in their dogs from Westminster Kennel Club. Oh yes, he believed it. He probably still does, but he doesn't work there anymore. But you were laughing about it when he first told you.
Yep.
You were rolling. And he didn't know why you were laughing. Oh, garbage. I was so mad. I just found out about the A-peel technology being put on all produce. Well, that's why, look, we can't fight it. They've got the money and we can't fight it. So what you do is you buy what you need, you buy what you can't grow, and grow as much as you can. As long as, let's say you're growing lettuce. I grow romaine only. Let's say you grow zucchini. Let's say you grow tomatoes or Swiss chard or collard or tree collard. And then mix that with what you have to buy, basically. And then you will get the enzymes and you will get real food in you. And hopefully your body will say, hey, that's what I want, hit the mic. And it will take from that, and then you can balance it out. we're breathing the air, planes are flying overhead, we're handling this stuff. You want to know this stuff, you look on the warning, the plastic and all that is, there's warning labels that with the chemicals that are in all this. You just have to, you know, I think our body will adapt to a lot, but we have to help our body out. So we just add something good to it and we should be okay. You can't panic about everything. Or you'll be like my mother, who is now locked in the house, my mom and dad, and have not come out of the house in 3 years unless they have to go to the doctor. So you can't do that. That's not a life. It really isn't. But you can't tell people what to do. Anyways, I would like to see my parents get out. Okay, now we got into another subject. Bananas are soaked in hydrogel. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
I know that. When did they start doing that?
It hasn't been all that long.
Okay, do you remember that they put out a warning that when you get bananas, you have to wash them before you peel them? So now that you won't have to. It's like your eggs.
Yeah, I can't remember.
All your eggs now coming from the grocery store, they don't tell you not to eat them raw anymore because they're all zapped. They're all dead. It's all zapped.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're washed and they're zapped.
The eggs?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just
no,
knew.
they're washed and then they have to put a coating on it. That's why they have to be refrigerated now.
Yeah, the bloom is, they don't.
They've taken the bloom off the shell so that they're clean, and then they have to add.
They must have
something
irradiated
to it.
them too.
Yeah.
Pasteurized them. They would call it pasteurized. That's the same thing. So when I was a kid, I used to go to the grocery store and you'd walk in and they'd have racks of eggs and they never refrigerated them. I
Okay.
took one home. I put it under a lamp because I was determined to hatch a chicken, but my mother wouldn't let the light stay on when I was at school. She'd shut it off. I never did hatch anything. Go ahead.
30 years ago, when I came here, the eggs were on the end cap
Ralph's.
at Ralph's.
Ralph's used to have their eggs out. Now my throat is dry. I remember that. Now, if they're not in a refrigerator, then they get fined. And yet some of these stores were shutting off the freezers to save money. Remember,
Yep.
some of them do that. Another thing I've noticed lately, and I didn't know this, if you buy frozen food, let's say you're buying some frozen peas or something for animals or yourself or whatever, it will say now ready to eat. This is frozen. I see a lot of stuff. Before they used to tell you to rinse it. Now it says ready to eat. When I see that, I know it's been zapped. You don't have to wash it anymore.
Yep.
I didn't want to come on here and get all political and get down. We're going to grow something. I am so excited on the irrigation tubing. I think when I get this video done, let's see, today is Sunday. So I just put up my ramp and rave after I watched a few more videos. So I decided to do it. You haven't even watched it. Did you watch the new one? It's just me. I was working and I took a break. Then tomorrow I want to put up the one on when I finish the chair garden, in case anybody gets any tips out of it or something. And then if all works out, Tuesday I should have this done. And this is, I want everybody to start getting irrigation tubing. You said you got ideas too.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh my gosh, it's like
I've got ideas. I just need the time to.
it's like Legos
on
or Lincoln Logs. I can't believe how you can go and just put it all together. I am going to build something here with it, but I don't think I'll get to it this year. But that is going to be amazing. And I think this is going to work out so good for people living in the desert or living in even the high desert out here, not just Arizona. I think this is going to give them a lot of ideas. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Strawberry Marge, hello from a fellow bird lover. I have a cockatoo named Toppy. What kind of cockatoo? Let's see, how do you find how big roots are for each plant? Oh, you know, you really don't see that. That is just C. Matlock. They don't tell you a lot on that. You know, that comes from trial and error, like celery. Celery, boy, will take over everything. Not only that, it grows like a weed. Once you grow it, it goes a seed. Whoa, celery seed is everywhere. And it's like, I don't want to pull that beautiful little celery out. It's so cute. It's just that big. And then within months, it's this big, and whatever was growing next to it in your tote or a bucket or whatever is gone. And the celery is still that big. So you'll figure it out trial and error as you try different things. Celery is a big one. I did spot pots. It's not as, it's just a layering right now with celery, but I have to get them out because if I left them there for a month, the celery root will go out the bottom and it will take over the tote. So for now it's okay because I water the celery and it's watering the totes, but I'm going to swap it with probably walking onions. How much mustard can you eat? I'm growing so much mustard. Do you like mustard? Not that much.
The purple mustard, I see it's on the ground and everywhere.
Oh, it's, I don't know what to plant on top. I'm thinking walking onions. Parsley gets a big root system. I don't know if I want to do parsley. There's a few different things I was thinking of putting in there. Strawberries. Strawberries would be good. Layer your pots and containers because the strawberry plant will get really nice and big, and put it in a pot. You can put 2 or 3 pots of strawberries. They won't invade your plants at all. So you'll have to figure it out, but keep away from celery as a companion plant for most anything. Peas, beans are fine. You can put that in there because it helps the soil. It adds in nitrogen?
What's
Beans, peas.
Yeah, nitrogen.
Nitrogen, so it's actually beneficial to add that in. Like I said, any of the squash, try to keep 1 per container unless it's real big. And then there's going to be ways. I'll show you when I get to my trough. I'm going to try to push it as hard as I can, but it's going to be done in levels. Let's just say it that way. Oh, she has an umbrella. They're so cute. They are just like little characters. I love umbrellas. Let's see. I ordered my irrigation tubing. I'm looking forward to start using it. Then make sure you watch the video Tuesday if I get it up. Because I think this is going to be, I mean, I've got a lot of videos on it, but I think that's going to be the clincher for a lot of people when you go, oh? And if I talk too much about it, I'll give too much away. I am so excited. Even you were saying, like, what about this and what about that? What about Arizona? And it was like, oh my gosh. I love that. I keep looking at it. It's back there and it's just so cool. Let's see. Don't know where LeMay. Oh, okay. They're talking to each other. That's fine. Strawberries are my favorite. If strawberry Marge, Mag, Madge, M-A-G-E. Yeah, that's something I was thinking about last night. I thought, well, I got to move the celery out soon, but I love layering because when you put something, can you see down here? Yeah. So if this was a tote, I can put a pot here. I could put a pot here. You could put 3 or 4 small pots. I'm going to use milk cartons and, stand them up like that. And it acts as a mulch. So when you water those pots, it holds water underneath. For your big plant, that would be, I'm just looking to see if you can see, growing here. And you could have a zucchini, but at the same time, you could have strawberry plants. The towers are fine. I haven't done my tower, but it really holds such a small amount of dirt. And because it's spread out and they're only about that thick, they really dry fast. So you're constantly watering, and I'm not setting up a watering system. Please, Gary, talk. See, I'm sure I missed a ton. Eggs. Garb is talking about eggs. Yeah, he knows about eggs. Yeah, now you can use raw eggs because they're sapped. Grace in the garden. Hello, good evening. From NE, the Missouri. Let's see. If I miss anybody, it's, believe you me, it's on purpose. Melinda Roth, I'm worried about the flowers not getting pollinated. There must have been something else somebody said, because do you not have bees there? Some people are so mean. Okay, I don't know. Melinda, okay, I think, Melinda, it's way up there. We've got a lot of bees lately. And you got that, your little carpenter bees are back. Say something, Gary.
I'm just beat, so.
Oh, I'm in so much pain that if I didn't know what I did yesterday, I'd go, wow, that muscle there, I hope it's not my heart. Oh my gosh. I have been lifting, dragging, digging. I think the hardest part was getting down in the ground, and I dug out some soil, but I was determined and I wanted it. And that was nice. The guy that fixed your truck came by to say hello.
Yep.
I told him, though, I was going to make a greenhouse out of it and a planter bed. Can't afford a new vehicle. So that's probably the newest vehicle we've ever bought. It's a 2001. Yeah, and I think we bought it 2006. No?
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, that was the newest vehicle we ever bought.
And nobody wanted them at the time. Nobody wanted little trucks. Everybody was buying those bigger trucks. So you got a good deal on that. Let's see, Linda Winchell, have a herd of deer that come through my yard, so strawberries won't do well here. Hey, let me tell you, try tulle. I know that they need to be pollinated, but if you can open it in the morning, like drape some tulle, I'm gonna have to back there if I get the strawberries going. And then take the tulle off take the tulle off in the morning and then put it back in the afternoon, because I tulle everything back here for the deer, because the deer come all the way through here and they don't like the tulle. I don't know about your deer, but they touch it and it's like, they don't know what it is, so they just move on and find something else. I try to keep things away like you that I know the deer like. The deer go through by my chair garden, they eat all the leaves off the apple tree. They haven't been around lately, so I don't know where they are, which is, to me, probably okay. The other thing they like is brassicas. So if I plant any tree collard back there, it will attract them. So that's why I have no collard, or I've been thinking about trying it again. But I know that they love that. They eat it from the top down. I didn't know what happened to all my tree collard that was in the front yard one year, remember? It's like, what the heck is eating it? It's 5 feet tall and it's going down. And then we realized, oh, the deer eat the top.
Yeah, when I planted my apple trees, there was an apple and I was waiting for it. And I thought, gee, it's going to be ready soon. I go out one morning and it's gone. And I was trying to figure out what could reach that high. And I thought it must have been a coyote, because back then I didn't associate deer coming through. And then I found out, yeah, the deer were coming through, and now my apples are fenced off.
He fenced them. You know, if you want to do strawberries and you do it individually, whether, I don't know how you're growing, you can get those wire baskets from almost any dollar type store, and you could put that in the ground, if it's in the ground or wherever, and put a stick on through it so it's anchored, and they may not knock it over. If they don't want a lot of work. If they're lazy deer, ours are lazy, and it's like, they'll just go on to the next thing. That would keep them out, and the bees can go in and out of those baskets because they have big woven holes. It might be something worth trying. I don't know if those small laundry baskets, I'm gonna try some of those from the dollar store. Dollar Tree has them. You may be able to put that over there, and that might help. I know strawberries like a lot of sun, but they may get enough sun. It might be worth trying. It depends on your deer. Like I said, our deer are lazy, so they don't bother with anything that's like tulle. Let's see. I love Linda Winchell likes dandelions. Okay, they're all talking among each. I love when everybody talks among themselves. Sherry, can you plant a black zucchini in a 5-gallon bucket? Yes, I grew that on the deck. One plant. If you got leaves and stuff, what else can she put on the bottom so it will drain good? Sometimes newspaper, though I do it, sometimes it can get a little mucky once in a while. What should she put on the bottom?
Just twigs and things.
Twigs
like
and
that.
stuff. And then make sure you get a lot of leaf matter in. It could be, if you've got, I know you probably don't have, I need to do a video on that. Everybody should be growing tree collard. Everybody should grow collard. I don't care if you don't like it, you don't want to eat it. It's the best plant fertilizer right off the plant. You rip the leaves, throw them in the soil, cover them up, and boy, the microbes, everything loves collard, any collard. But get it full of matter unless you're going to buy fertilizer. And then yes, you can grow zucchini in a 5-gallon bucket. I was getting massive zucchini on the deck a few years ago with one 5-gallon bucket. Have you grown zucchini in a 5-gallon? You don't grow?
No, I don't grow zucchini.
I wonder if Deborah does. I'll have to ask her. She grows zucchini, but I don't know. She started with buckets and said she wasn't going to do totes, and now she's caught probably more totes than me. But you can grow zucchini in a 5-gallon bucket. Again, it's one plant. So the plant isn't fighting for the nutrients. The plant is going to get the full nutrients. What?
No, I just thought of something.
Go ahead.
You're asking me if I grow zucchini, and it's like, I don't grow zucchini, and people must think you don't know.
I don't know what you got in there. I don't know. Half the time it's like there was something you were growing, and I asked you one day, the strawberries. I went down there once and I said, "Are you growing strawberries?" Yeah. I don't have any strawberries. You guys, I go down there and you've got these giant strawberries. How come you're not bringing them up? Because I eat them. There's been a lot of, you
Yeah.
just eat them when you're down there. You're eating all your greens and your stuff down there. I don't know what
Yeah,
you
I
have.
know. Johnny Maserati's on that all the time.
What, that I don't know what you grow? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. There's different things that come, and it's always like, well, you don't see what I grow down
You know
there.
what? I haven't been down there since, when I went down with the truck, I didn't go into your garden that day. I didn't
Yeah.
go all the way to the end where you've got the asparagus and you're bringing them in this long.
Yeah,
I haven't seen them in the ground.
if you don't
I
know,
saw they were that big.
my garden is a hike down the hill, so it's an effort to get down there. So that's why my car broke down, because
Because he drives
I
that now.
drive down there often. So
You drove down there yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Day before? Yesterday?
yesterday or the day before.
It is a hike. It's got stairs. It's like going into a 5-story building. It's just a lot of stairs.
It's a good spot for a garden, but it's kind of
It's
You
a
know,
perfect spot for a
out
garden.
of the way a bit.
It's absolutely perfect because you've got that thing that somebody built.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was keeping tractors under there or what he was doing, because he was you don't think he built it?
Yeah, he built it.
He built it. All right, so he was going to build something. So you took that you took it right away. You said you'd like it, and I said, that's fine. I'm not hiking down there. So, but yeah, it is perfect for a garden. Absolutely perfect. That's why I think this is going to be so fun when I get that video out on Tuesday, if I do. Let's see. I buy okay, so Linda Winchell got 2 blueberry bushes. You know, I've got to plant mine. They're still sitting, all from last year. I've got some plants sitting back there and I never planted them, and they're still growing blueberries. My daughter said too, I got blueberries. I said, I didn't even know you had any. No, I bought them. I never planted them. They're still growing blueberries. See, Tamara, I found a free tote a month ago. I have found them in the trash too. Isn't that fun? I don't know if you got yours in the trash, but I got them in the trash once. I figured that was a sign from the universe. It was. Now I have a compost tote on my patio and I can't wait to plant in it. Let's see, I was so worried about the odors, but it's doing great. It doesn't smell. You saw the green one I set up that was back here, and I should have gotten to it quicker because it broke down so fast. And the only reason when I dumped some stuff in there, it smelled, is because I had the bucket sitting out in the rain and everything, and that got bad. But if you dump it in a tote and then you put a layer of soil on top, immediately it starts going back to the earth and it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell at all. See? Can I put messed up compost from my tumbler I was gifted in the bottom of a tote? I'm tired of trying to fix it and I feel bad wasting it. Can I put messed up compost? Messed up. That's a tricky word. Can you put it in a tote? Yes. Would you put it on the bottom? If you've got a tumbler, are you thinking something?
No,
If you've got a tumbler and you left it, and if it turned into something that looks like something you'd make mud pies out of that's really caked up, then I wouldn't put it on, because it will cake up all your holes. Would I use it? Absolutely. It is gold. But I would put it more in the middle or even towards the top and make sure something's light and fluffy on the bottom. Otherwise, if anything that's mucky, I don't know what other word you would call it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say.
If you took, if we have clay, and if you take clay, we learned the hard way. And if you wet it, you could make mud pies out of it, and you probably could put it aside, and 100 years from now, somebody'd find it. You don't want any muck, something that's sticky on the bottom, because that immediately will get into the holes, and it doesn't drain good. But if you can mix that with leaves or different things and fluff it up, the main thing is don't throw it away. Absolutely don't throw it away. Just don't put it on the very bottom. And if it's not mucky and it's just dry and you got tired of it, then throw it anywhere you want. You're not reading any of these, are you?
No, I'm trying to, but
let's see. So yes, definitely, Mama Bear, if it's not mucky, use it no matter what. Just think about where you want to put it, but absolutely use it. I really enjoy watching your videos. She likes her videos. She's trying to tell us she doesn't want to see us live because we're boring her. I'm kidding, Tamara. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Let's see. Do you plant from seed? Can you please briefly explain how you do it? Jesse Matlock. I've got so many videos. If Sometimes I put my squash in, you should go look at the videos, in paper napkins and stuff them in a plastic bag, or now I'm using pencil boxes, so I don't have to use plastic bags anymore. And as soon as they root, I take them outside and I plant them, or forget about them, and then I have no place to put them, and then I try to remember to plant them somewhere. Yes, I start from seed. I must have, oh my gosh, there must be 100 plants in the house because I didn't think they'd all live. No, 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 no. There are probably 300, 400 plants. I forgot about all the cilantro, the dragon fruit. What else do you have? All those flowers I started, and I'm looking at them thinking, oh my gosh. I think one of my favorite ways right now of growing them are in shoe boxes. I believe there is a video up there, and I did do a video on that, right? I separate it in the shoe boxes. I hope there's a video on there because I was going to do one. And then in there I might have 4 sections, and I'll put seeds in the sections. I separate it with any type of plastic, like maybe the top of a tote lid, just a little piece, a strip. And then I start them in there. There's no holes in there. I know it sounds crazy. There's no holes in there. And a lot of times I'll lay tulle out so I can lift the whole thing. So I might put tulle in there first, put the potting soil in there, separate it, or I even use, what do you call it, cupcake wrappers, plant my seeds the way I want, and then I cover it. So I have a little greenhouse. I put the cover back on the shoebox. As soon as I see them starting to poke out, then I take the cover off and I put them in a somewhat sunny location, not too sunny, because it'll dry out. And I keep watering it until I get them to the size I want, and then I transplant them into pots or straight outside. Right now I'm transplanting straight outside. Yes, I start from seed. I've got most of my zucchini now are going to be from seed because I also stuffed them in the shoebox. I figured it didn't matter if I labeled them or not because I would know they're not blue buttons or zinnias or bachelor buttons. That's what my plants are that I've got in there. And come through, they're like big in a shoebox with that much soil. So yes, I start a lot from seed.
80, the crafty boxer, says there is a video.
Oh good, I was pretty sure I did. Do not ask how many times I make a video and I think, I don't know if anybody really wants to see this. And then I think maybe I should put it up, maybe I shouldn't put it up, and then I'm on to something else and then I find it. Oh no. So
okay, I see Tonya Pennywell.
Use caps and ask Gary. Somebody's looking for you,
Yeah,
Gary.
can I buy or get dragon fruit cuttings? The issue...
From us?
Yeah. The issue is the time it takes to sort of...
Shipping
and that.
I shipped on eBay for over 15 years and thought I was going to lose my mind. And you think it's really not easy when you have so much going on, so much. You have to get on there. You've got to, oh dear, process. Let me, this is my daughter. I'm live. You're live now. I get it. I'm going to have to call you back. All right, bye. I don't know, something to do with something. I don't know. Okay, sorry about that. What was I talking about? Shipping. And that's the issue. Even one label will take me an hour because I got to pack. I've got to get the label printed. I have to process everything. It's like, finally, you're the one that told me that's enough. Enough is enough, and we stopped it. Especially when I found out I wasn't making any money. Everything was going back to eBay, and after all that, they were getting fees for everything, and it was like, it wasn't worth it. So I don't ship right now. I don't even know if I've got an account set up for shipping. If I have to go to the post office, it could be in our post office. There's times an hour in line. So that's why we don't ship anymore. I do really want to do something. I want to take, at some point, maybe when the walking onions start walking a lot, try to figure out if I could take one day, and then how do you ship one day? It's just us. That's the problem. We have nobody. You know, a lot of people that are doing garden stuff have crews. Like 20 people working. We have nobody. It's just us.
Yeah, there's a big present that has, and he's quite proud of it, that if you go on website, he's got 15 employees. So he can come on and read whatever his producers have set up for him and then walk away and everything else is done for him. So I'm not going to put him down.
No, don't. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's why some people say a lot of our stuff doesn't look that tidy, and well, that's us doing it because, you know, we've got a lot to do.
I think that's what happened with Ray. I think a lot of people came in when he had his, this is my guess, he had his channel. I used to watch Ray, and they told him, your garden doesn't look good. It's not neat. It's not, and it was only him. His partner was working, and he was taking care of all those animals in his garden, and they would say, why aren't you grooming your tomatoes? Why? And he quit. He quit YouTube after all those years, and he still does Facebook, but he couldn't take it. And there's so many of them you would not believe. I don't even want to get into any of them. They do have people working for him. I don't know how to hire anybody. I don't know. I had my daughter for a short time, and that didn't work out. This was years and years ago. I don't know. I don't have, if I could hire somebody that would just ship, I would be more than happy to say, hey, this is it, and work something out. I just don't know how to do it. I can't just open house and say, hey, and most of you are not living around here anyways, we'll do something one day. I'll have to figure out something, because it's not, I mean, I would be glad to pass around a lot of stuff, but I don't know how to do it. That's the problem. And and most people don't, believe it or not. We do our own videos. We do our own editing. We do our uploading. We do our own everything. I mean, we're doing it. We're the photographers, we're the directors, we're the producers, and that's not the way it should be. So everything goes into that. Plus we still work. So it's like I don't have a life. We don't vacation. We don't go anywhere. We've been invited different places we don't go. I don't go anywhere, because we're working literally from the moment I get up in the morning until sometimes I'm still up at 2 at night. I'm trying to finish a video. I did that last night, the one that went up. Today I finished at 2 in the morning. I put it together and looked at it and still was wondering if I should put it together, put it up. I think that's our problem. I don't know how to do it. I tried to get my brother, but he's so busy taking care of my parents. I said, you know, you could help me, because you know how to do all this stuff, but he can't. He's taking care of my parents, so I don't know how to do it. That's the truth. I just don't know how to do it. So if I would be doing shipping, that's an entire day. Because if I can't get the post office, especially for doing plants, if they don't pick up, because I used to have to with eBay schedule a pickup, I'd be calling the postmaster at 5 o'clock at night that everything is ready to go, and then eBay docks me. They would take 15% sometimes if it didn't go out the day it was supposed to go out. There was a lot of stuff going on. And then you would have to be running at night to the back if they would let you in to drop off stuff when they were closed. That's the issue, is they say you schedule a pickup and they don't always pick up. So there's a lot of little things. I would love to. Maybe if we can figure something out. Well, you're not going to ship. I don't think you've ever shipped anything. Labeled anything?
No, I haven't done labels or anything.
No, we'll have to figure something out. Let's see, he used to have a free seed giveaway. He did, Bob in Missouri. Yes, it's a shame, and he never said, but all of a sudden one day he came on saying this is his last and he's done. I kept hoping he'd come back, because you know, he seems like such a nice guy. It's like Mr. Rogers. He just sits there and he talks about his animals and his life, and it's kind of like soothing, and I enjoyed watching him, but I really think he gets on the defense when somebody says something. And I can understand that. And it's like, well, you know, why do you have this stuff laying around? Why don't you make it look nice? And he would say, a food garden doesn't have to look neat. And then he would get all this. And I think people didn't understand, and sometimes it's just 1 or 2 people that can get to somebody, and it may not even be that many people. I really do hope someday he comes back. His barn burned down too during that time, remember?
Yeah.
there was an accident at his farm, and I think all that just fell on him, and he said he's done. So it's time, all this is time consuming. Even now, I should not be here. I have no idea what I'm making for dinner. I never do. I go in the kitchen, I look. Now I have a new issue I gotta deal with. Kitty won't eat dog food at all. If I put anything in, she's done with Science Diet. I've got another one. She doesn't want it. If she smells it in there, she won't eat it. I have to remove everything out of there and leave her eggs that are cooked with rice and carrots and a little broccoli and chicken, a little bit of cheese. It's got to have a tiny bit of butter. We're going to switch over to ghee, and it's got to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, she will walk out of the room and not eat now. So she's turned into a little monster. Try multiple feeders. Okay, Todd Burge is talking to somebody. Elaine. Let's see, how can I track the hummingbirds? Okay, okay, so Todd Burge is answering that. Hummingbirds, just if you know they're in the area, try to space them in different areas, the hummingbird feeders, and once they... Were you looking?
No, I'm just...
Hummingbirds, I gotta go do the hummingbirds. Oh my goodness. I just thought about that. Take a vacation to Hawaii. Is Johnny from Hawaii?
No, he's
then I'll go visit
California.
Mark.
He's from California.
You went to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii.
Yeah, I'd go back.
With me?
To the Big Island.
With me?
Yeah.
Would you take me?
But, you know, if I had ever had time.
I don't know how we're ever going to have time unless we cut back on a bunch of stuff that we do. And it's like, what do we cut back on? That's why we cut eBay out. I have on eBay over 60,000 feedbacks, and that's a small percentage of what I shipped and sold. That's probably not even 10%. A lot of people don't bother with feedback, and gosh, I actually enjoyed that. But it was just so time consuming. And then you started helping me with eBay.
Yeah.
I remember you found me in the room packing, and I was crying, and you said I was so burned out, and you said, "What's wrong?" "Nothing, leave me alone." And then you said, "This is it. You can't do this by yourself anymore. Give me half of those," remember? And it's like, no. Oh, Rachel Hart. Oops, I almost knocked Rachel Hart off. $20. Thank you, Rachel. It's going for hummingbirds. It's going for a vacation I need. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Oh, hello, Jello. Jello from Maria? What's Jello from Maria and I? Jello from Maria. That must mean something. Jello? Hello?
No, Jello from Maria and I. And maybe she meant to type hello.
Hello from Maria and I. Well, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Did not expect this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Mark Oliver.
And it gets me embarrassed when people do that. Go ahead.
Just under it. Hundreds of pepper plants to see. He has growing. If we went to Hawaii.
Oh, he does. He does have all his peppers. Yeah. I have, what do I have growing right now? I have one cottage cheese container with tulle in it, loaded with peppers, and I know what they are. They're red sweet peppers from my pizza garden. So that's the only thing I've got growing right now with peppers. I got to do more peppers. Get a golf cart. Shirley said you were talking about that. Get a golf cart. He's been talking about that, but that hill is so steep. And
an off-road vehicle is what I'm looking at.
It's good to walk. My doctor tells me to walk. Walk.
Like what Crystal's son's got.
Yeah, I know, but I don't. Trying to see if I love Zuni. I don't know what that is, Zuni. Let's say Zuni.
Where are you looking?
Way up, Bob in Missouri. Gary, can I please get, okay, Dragonfly, I saw that. I'm looking to see, do I need to press one mark? I don't know. I'm going to knock somebody off because it keeps telling me to knock somebody off.
Okay, Mark came to Hawaii in '93 for a vacation and never left.
That's like you.
Yeah,
you came here on vacation.
I was in Hawaii in '91. I went to the Big Island first, and that was really cool. And then I went to Oahu, and it was good, but it was congested.
That was before you came here, right?
Before I came here, yeah.
Linda Churro, she had, let's see, 3 days freezing temperatures, so it took a lot of her blueberry flowers. as well as some of our azaleas. I'm trying to see what, I'm sure I've missed a ton. My purple tree-collared seedlings are about 5 inches tall. Too soon to tell if they'll look like a tree. Yeah, that's the problem with the seedlings. John Kohler was live this morning, and I think he talked about it. Some of the seedlings he likes better. You've got some that came up from seeds. They just don't grow like a tree. They might kind of go all over the place, but no matter what, they're perfect. They're perfect for eating. They're perfect for composting. It doesn't matter if they grow tall or not. Even the tall ones, they break. So either way, you'd have to stake them and keep an eye on them because they get really tall.
Yeah, I've got some seedlings that are about 3 foot tall now, and they do look like the 8 foot tall ones I have.
So it's kind of luck of the draw.
They kind of look right. So I don't know if they didn't have anything else around them to hybridize with, you know, maybe they will be true, you know, or close to true.
Let's see, okay, so Bob in Missouri is answering people. Hi, it's Robbie's daughter. Yeah, she called. She called about somebody came on Ancestry. She found somebody on Ancestry. Let's see, Tamara. Let's see, I was here, also went to Denver North. Do you inspire your neighbors to grow food as well?
We've got one that will grow herbs.
Oh, baloney. I don't even want to go there.
Well, she may.
No, I don't even want to go there.
But we have another one that's getting interested in geraniums. Crystal.
Oh, Crystal came and got geraniums. We gave her a bunch of geraniums. The other one that he's talking about is not growing her own garden. She comes here and I grow the garden. Now she's showed me a place that she wants me to set up the garden for her. But I am setting it up. I'm actually got ideas on how I'm going to do it. I'm going to set her up an herb garden.
And we have a couple of neighbours that actually grow.
Yeah, Steve down the block, he doesn't know, which is really good that I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So he comes over and he'll walk by and he'll go, so how did totes work for you? They work pretty good, I tell him. He goes, yeah, I see all these totes. And then he'll come by. My wife saw somebody on YouTube and we set up totes. You know, we don't have a gopher problem anymore with our totes. We can grow all kinds of stuff. And I go, really? He goes, yeah. And then he saw the tool and I knew he was watching me. He came back. So how's that work for you, the tool? I said, you know, I talked to him when he's walking by. It works really good. Yeah, my wife saw some lady on, obviously they're not really talking that good. And she said where to get the tool, and we bought the tool, and she put tool around. Now we've got all this stuff. And I go, wow, I really, it works out better, believe you me. So he's been telling me all about somebody on YouTube, but so he's doing really good. Then you've got Miguel that says you can't grow out here.
Yeah.
So I've given him squash that are really big, but he claims you can't grow, which means he has no interest. You have to have an interest to grow. So are we influenced? I think we are. Crystal used to grow quite a bit. I think right now she's not bothering. If you see anything, jump in there. I'm trying. I think I went too far back. Way too back. Oh, whose barn burned down? Ray's. I think it was a barn, right? It was his barn?
Yeah, Ray.
Well, P. Allen Smith just lost his barn too.
P. Allen Smith.
He lost everything except for his incubator room.
Yeah, he lost his
2 days ago.
Yeah, he had a chicken barn that he lost.
All his, it doesn't matter if they're prized chickens or not, but these are rare chickens. Some of them I think he developed and everything, and he posted that the other day. He lost everything. I think it's been 2 or 3 days. Ray had an accident. Something happened with his barn, and I think he lost a lot. He really didn't get into details on it, but this was around the time with everything going on. I think he kind of said he stepped away from YouTube, and he hasn't come back. I'm hoping he will. There was a girl I was watching. I was telling him this, the cupcake girl. She had over 1 million people, and I found her, and she was so cute. I think was she Hawaiian? Do you remember?
Yeah, she
was
Hawaiian.
So cute, and I had just found her. She had been on for quite a few years. I started watching her with her cupcakes, and all of a sudden she came on. No, she didn't come on. She's gone. And I realized, wait a minute, these are old videos from 6 months ago or longer. And I thought, wait a minute, she's not putting anything up. And then all of a sudden, it's good I just found her. She came back and said she had a nervous breakdown. and she was trying to go to college and do the videos, and she quit, and now she's back. And that was months ago. I don't know. I don't watch her anymore, so I don't know if she's back. So people do leave. They get tired, and I can understand that sometimes. You really do get tired. WEBE, Webs, howdy from Las Vegas. I'm really bad with names. Webowitz?
Webowitz.
Hello, help rescue Peaches the conure. That's, I think it's a pineapple.
Yep.
Pineapple green cheek. See, been watching you now, got my hands clean. Oh, for my pizza. Oh, I should make a pizza. I have everything growing for pizza.
You better answer some of these
Uh-oh.
questions further down, because some people think you were referring to Kelly Kim.
No, I'm not. About what? Where do you see Kelly Kim? I watch Kelly Kim. She's on.
Yeah, but you were referring to some people that were putting too many plants in or something?
No, I'm not going to, no.
You were talking in general.
This is in general. There's quite a few people on, and I'm just watching it for beginners. And what was bothering me is I knew what these people were doing. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's the roses. There's somebody that watches us, and she was telling me her husband got her all these roses, and she is going to plant all these roses from the roses she saw. It's all fake. All these things are fake. If you look at some of them where they've got watermelons growing in a 1-gallon container, and the watermelons, it's all fake. It's all set up. And if you watch the videos enough, you'll see that the following week, everything's cleared out and there's a whole new setup. No, I just wanted to make sure in general, I'm not against Kelly Kim at all. I watch her on Monday. I give a shout out when I see her. I just want to make sure that if you're setting up for the first time and you're watching all these different videos, and there's a lot of them out there, even some of the shorts, they're setting up people to not do good, because you can't cram that many plants and be successful to grow fruit off of them the way they're showing. They understood. You really got to think about and space your plants. Ways I'll show you how you can cram in, but it's going to be a layering type effect. I didn't see that with Kelly Kim. Bob Missouri, Kelly Kim Lover Channel, and she's on Monday, live every Monday. I think it's at noon. Let's see. Where do you see? I only saw that. I don't see anything else.
Someone further up thought that's who you were talking about.
Who is the YouTuber you were talking about in most of your recent videos? Oh, that's Johnny. Johnny's always asking questions.
No, but there was someone further up.
I missed it. Hi, Robin Gary. Love to catch you live.
Jill Fernandez thought you were talking about Kelly, but
no. I don't think that I have ever had KOL Kohlers.
Where are you looking?
Right here.
Collards. I don't think that probably collards.
Oh, collards.
Yeah, collared greens.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to have to go do hummingbirds in a few minutes, because I came out here to finish this up and then go do all the hummingbird feeders. I don't have to fill them. I don't need 4 gallons of food a day now, because they're out doing the flower thing. It's not just the poppies that they're going after. There's a complete wildflower explosion, and they go after the columbine in the forest area, remember? Yep. My throat's dry, sorry. Sorry. They'll move by nature to where the plants are. And so they're moving all over, and that's probably why so many left this year, more than usual. And then as the flowers start to dry up, let's say maybe by June, a lot of them will come back. And I can't remember who's been asking me about the white crowns, but they left a couple days ago. So if you're here, you can give a shout out and say, it's me, because I've got a couple of people that have been asking, have the white crowns left? They're a little bird, they look like a house finch. They're gone. There's not one in sight. It's so funny. There'll be hundreds of them all over, and we put food out every day for them. And then all of a sudden I noticed they're gone. And they all seem to leave the same day. They come back a little slower than that. You'll have, in September, I'll see a few start to come back, and then within 2 days, they're all back. Go ahead.
No, I'm just...
Oh, I think. So if you have anything else to say, anything big that I've missed, say, because I do have to go do hummingbirds and then I got to go water. On the other videos, were you talking about Cali Cam? Oh, I see it. No. Watching on vacation from the Philippines. I need a vacation someday. No, you know what I do? I come out here, I grab a soda, and I take a break, and then I go back to work and do my stuff. Anything else? I can't think of any. See, I like watching you because you're genuine, not a fake. I just like to say it the way it is. Oh, Javeed. Hi, thank you for an excellent channel. What do you think of hot composting? I don't, but are you doing hot composting?
No, some of it probably heats up. No,
I'm in
there's
the UK
no,
and I
it's
use
good. So
picnic. I use an
that would
insulated
be
picnic
a
box.
insulated picnic box.
Yeah.
That would be a cooler. You know, like what you've.
That would work.
So they're called eskies in Australia, and they're called coolers here.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could compost in that. I mean, I don't do hot composting. My composting is all alive, so it might get warm. That's why I want to build something this winter if I can get to it, or in the fall. Mine is full of critters. When you hot compost, you're not going to have earthworms or anything in there. It's too hot. I mean, they don't want, it gets really hot. You can get to 180, can't it? Hot composting? How hot will it get?
It can get real, yeah, it can.
Yeah, I do basically the way nature is. Nature, things fall in the soil and then it gets warm. There's a difference. Warm because everything's in there and active, but it doesn't get hot. But there's nothing wrong with it if you want to do hot compost.
Well, it does have benefits because it'll break down certain weed seeds and different
That's
things.
true.
And
the seeds and stuff, that is true.
Yeah, I can't even think right now.
Ellen Fisher, a member. Robbie, I tried your seed sprouting method. Didn't have the pencil boxes, but I used a clamshell food container. Had great success. Hundreds already sprouted and planted. I know, I did that in my shoebox, and that will work. You can use that. You can use an old, oh my gosh, what do you call that? The video cases. I've got those. I found some of those. I haven't used them yet, but that would work. The old video case. What do you call them? They're not 8-tracks. The video.
Yeah,
video case, VCR cases. You can use that. You can use Rubbermaid containers. The shoe boxes I like because they were so cheap. I got them for like 97 cents at Walmart. But you can get them at the dollar stores too. If you go to Dollar Tree, they're $1.25 and they work fantastic. It's like a mini greenhouse and you don't have to worry, did I water it? Is it too dry? You just water it, close it, and it just, boy, the seeds start taking off. What type of food scraps do you use? Can you use leftover dinners? Oh, of course. Of course. My granddaughter lives here and I have to make sure that she cooks elaborate food. And I told her, anything you don't eat, anything you forgot in the fridge, you put it in this bucket, told her, because anything you will eat or have eaten or have not eaten or don't know what it is will break down. So yes, you can break down anything. Let's see, have a great evening all. So Todd Birch must be leaving or knows that we're leaving in a minute. It was me about the white crown. Oh, Linda Faulkner. They're gone. They're gone. I think it's been 2 days. Yesterday is when I said to you, the seed's not disappearing. And then we were sitting in the room here and we were looking out and I said, oh my gosh, they're gone. I realized they're completely gone. And now we have a ton of grosbeaks. Tons. I keep seeing grosbeaks everywhere. But yeah, the white crowns are gone. Do I miss them? Do you miss them? They eat a lot.
Yeah, well, it's good when
it's
good to have them around, but you know, I wouldn't say I miss them.
Yeah, she didn't ask if I miss them, but I was thinking
I
she might.
look forward to them coming back.
I do too.
So
we're not right now. We've got the Orioles, and we got both types right now.
Yeah.
We got the Bullocks, and we've got the Hoodeds, and then we've got other birds that are coming through. I haven't seen the the black ones.
Oh, the
Haven't seen them. Lots of woodpeckers.
Phylopepla.
Yeah, I haven't seen them yet. Is the ficus tree fruiting?
No.
Okay, so they'll come in when the ficus tree fruits. And there's a lot of birds here. So yeah, they're gone. They are gone. Now I don't have to make a video. I was going to make a little short video, not a short, but just a video. Yep. Let's see. Sparky Hobbies. You taught me to do compost in place. Thank you. Isn't that the easiest thing in the world? Kimberly Young. Hey, love you both. Thanks for helping me not give up on walking onions. Oh, they're walking finally. Good. The ravens are all over the place. Okay, so Sherry, I have white crowns in Oregon. So they must be going for cooler weather. Is it the summer they don't like?
Well,
no, because they come back in September.
Cape Peron is in San Diego, East San Diego, and they've left there too. A little further down, I guess.
So they go into the hills or to nest? Are they nesting this late? I guess they would be.
Yeah, it depends on what they feed their babies.
I don't know. I never looked into it. I should look into it. I should know
go
this.
to wherever the resource.
Hello, Par. She's got the wrench. Thank you. And then Ziggy, Zekikeles. Hello. I don't know what country you're from, but hello. Sam Marilyn Withrow. Hello. Let's say hi, Robbie and Gary. You guys help me so much with gardening. Love your channel. Thank you. K. Pyron, Pirron, the soda bottle. Oh my gosh. Do the birds love the soda bottle? VHS tapes. That's it, Julie R. That's it. That will work too for starting seeds. You can start them in paper napkins. If they're bigger seeds, like you could start anything, small or big, but if you were going to do squash seeds, pumpkin seeds, you can start them in there, roll it up in paper napkins, snap it shut, or you can put a little of soil and they'll grow in there and then you can get them out when you're ready to move them. Sherry's gardens all around, so enjoy videos on feathered visitors. What fun. Robbie, I saw my first, oh, she's got her Orioles there. Great, that's Par. Love the Mod Wrenchers. That's Missouri, Bobbin in Missouri. And Tamar's I got a pair of blue jays that are living in a tree off my balcony. Oh, how fun. So fun to watch, but they sure talk a lot. No, I can't shut this off from here when I'm ready to go. I got to go over there and do it. See, I'm surprised my battery's going so long. Okay, Par's asking Mark about his peppers. Patricia, Holigores, down in Downey. So your white crown's left too, if you're looking for them. Hi, can I make compost tea from kitchen scraps? I don't make compost tea from kitchen scraps. Not on purpose. That's what I had some kitchen scraps on my balcony recently, and with all the rain, it filled up. It didn't have a hole in it. And it was really mucky. And I did use that water, and I watered my broccoli, my mustard, my lettuce, and my zucchini I was starting. And I will tell you, they had an explosion of life from it. I don't recommend it, but you can do it. You can do it. If it gets full of water, don't tip it out. Tip it with the plant. I use leaves. You use stinging nettles.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I use any type of brassica. I really like the tree colored, but it can be any colored, and it really is really good. In like 3 days, you can start watering it. If you leave it too long, it really stinks, and which is absolutely fine. It's perfect for watering your plants, but some people don't appreciate it around. So, but yes, I would not use kitchen scraps unless you have to. It depends on what your kitchen scraps are too. I mean, if you're putting in eggshells and all that, it was in there. I used it, but I don't usually make compost tea out of that. Okay, so Julie R's got 4 rose chested grosbeaks. Oh, how cute. Ours aren't the rose. What are ours? We don't have, it's
no,
black-headed. I should know the name of that.
Might be black-headed.
Melinda's got a big hair, a rabbit getting closer to her greens. The weird plant guy. The weird plant guy from Minneapolis. See, my dad would start seeds in wet paper towel Ziploc bags. Yep, I was using the Ziploc. I just switched over this year to pencil boxes because I just wanted to try something different. And this way I could get layers in there, so one pencil box could have a whole bunch of different seeds going. And it worked really good.
Yeah, Johnny asked, do we use heat mats? I used a heat mat to start my dragon fruit a couple of months ago, but I've got that shut down now. So I had some dragon.
Tiny heat mat that I used to start all those tomato plants that are still sitting in a shoebox. I'm not using it now, but I put it on top and I don't know if it made a difference. I eventually unplugged it and they all grew. So now I got a shoebox full of 8 varieties of tomatoes in there that I have to get out. I planted one in my chair garden and I think I'm debating if I'm gonna do a few more. I'm not sure yet. See, all around. Let's see, Sherry gardens all around. Have the hummingbird families who use the spider webs and have a hummingbird. She has a hummingbird family that's not a family. She's got a female that's using spider webs for the nest. Have you seen this with the hummers? The hummingbirds here do use spider webs to build. Remember, the female is the only one doing the nest, so it's not a family. The female is doing the entire building, the entire raising. There is no father in sight. Have a hummingbird family who uses, so yes, that's very common. That's really, really common. Native roots and shoots, do you dilute the compost tea? If it's real strong, I do. If I want to spread it out with a lot of plants, I might dip a watering can in there and then fill it up with some more water, or I might compost in a bucket a small amount and then add in more water. I've used it both ways, but it'll go further if you dilute it. It doesn't really matter. Kelly Roke says it's nice to see the two of us relaxing. Yeah, you should see when I get up from here. I'm going to be running. Oh, are you going to do a video? Oh, are you, let's see, Elaine, Renaud, are you going to do a video on what to do with the
Adirondack.
I was thinking about that the other day. That one? Yeah, if I can get to it, I know what I want to do with it. It's not sitting in it. I hope to do that soon.
Yeah, I've got Adirondack chairs in my garden, and what I do with them is I move them out of my way constantly.
You have sat in them before. You just,
Well,
you do. I'm not. I don't even know if I'll be able to get up. I've been sitting here too long, and I'm stiff from the past few days, dragging around soil from anywhere I could find to get all that done. Oh, she's watching. Let's see, Bobbin in Missouri. See, Bobbin, Missouri. I'm watching a white crown outside at the feeder now. You got our white crowns. Let's see, please and thank you for everyone. Oh, Par. Oh, Par, thank you so much. Victoria battles. Oh, ALS. Love you guys. Thanks for doing your videos. I live in Maine. There is a bit colder. LOL. I have ALS, so I'm doing a container garden on my porch. Oh, well, that'll be nice. And maybe you can do a couple different ones and get all kinds of stuff going. Get lettuce going. You know, I love growing lettuce. I've got lettuce growing everywhere on the deck, and I might put some in the chair garden, and it is so easy. Once you master it, I just saw the car driving around. I didn't know what he was doing. Once you master it, you'll be growing lettuce all the time. So I'm glad that you've got a container garden going. They're so easy to take care of. All right. I think I'm going to go stand up. I'm going to say goodbye. You can sit. And I'm going to go. I have to do the hummingbirds. I need to water the bird garden. I don't know what I need to water, because I water every day. I watered the chair garden already. I need to do a lot of watering today, a little bit in the front.
Yeah, native roots and shoots. I did post a video on the circle compost bins. You can put a link up after this is run.
I can put it afterwards. I can go in there and put a link up. So yeah, I can try to find it. Aren't you doing another one on that?
Yeah, I want to do an update.
He's doing an update.
Because I'm doing
Tell him you need it.
I'm doing it differently now. It's good, better, best. So I did it good, now I'm doing it better, and I'm working towards best.
He set 2 up in my yard over there.
Yeah, I'm setting them up everywhere. Because like today I've been pulling Scotch thistles and loading the new one up with that. And I just keep building compost, and I keep building them. They're super cheap and super easy to put together, and I don't turn them. So I just load them up.
You just did your video.
Yeah.
Just now.
No, I know that.
He put one up in my garden a few days ago while I was working. And what was amazing is I went back the next day, because I've actually was pulling from the top to use, since he was pulling the weeds, I might as well use them and just stuff them in the totes. And it was dropping that quick. So it drops really fast. It already dropped like overnight a foot, if
Yeah.
not more. It dropped way down. So I thought that's gonna be really cool. So I don't know how you use that, because I have not set that up. I've put and then take from totes, but you don't have to tell me now whether you lift it and go for it or how you get in there to get it. I was just taking off the top.
I've got finished compost. I should redo it and just show you how easy it is to get to the finished compost.
Well, that's what you're working on now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did get people mad that, boy, some people get really upset with the way I do my compost because I don't turn it and I don't give it air and I don't do the things you're supposed to do. So, but I'm going to work on another one. Hopefully that'll be my next video. I do have one that I put up 6 months ago, I think.
Let's see. Gia, love one. I just put up a hummingbird feeder on my window. First time, hoping they'll show up. Well, hopefully they will. Let's hope they will. LK, thank you for your videos. This is LK. I've gotten so many good ideas from both of you. Good, whole ideas. I'm not trying to tell you how to do anything the way I do it. I want you to think, gee, I think I can do something like that, and do it whatever works for you. If it works for you the way I'm doing it, that's great, but you can always tweak it and make things work best for you. Par, in case I forget before I leave, thank you for taking over. She's a great moderator. Let's see, Elaine Dressel, okay, good evening. She's leaving. The weird plant guy, bye everyone. Bye, have a good evening. And he says, thanks for doing these live videos. You two rock. That's cute. Do not knock anybody. Every time I touch something, it's going to knock somebody off. Native roots and shoots, cool, thanks. Alpha Potato, I have been so influenced by your channel. I have 30 totes in my backyard and I just got some wood chips dumped. He got wood chips. We haven't gotten wood chips in years. That's fantastic. I compost just about everything. I have worms like spaghetti in one of my composters. My brother, he doesn't grow anything right now, but when we were there last time, he's got a tote, just a plain tote like I grow in. And I couldn't believe when he opened it. Actually, he had 2 of them, right?
Yep.
It would look like a pile of spaghetti. And they're like his, I don't want to say family. I don't know what his pets. And I said, what the heck are you doing with them? You're not planting. I don't want to move them. I love my worms. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. He's got wood, not wood, cardboard layered in there and all his kitchen scraps he's even particular on what he puts in there. He doesn't have to be. And he stopped growing stuff, but he takes care of his worms. So I know how that would be. Oh, Par said it's an honor. No, you helped me out a lot. Thank you. Okay, and she doesn't turn. She says, I don't turn my compost either. I'm going to attempt to stand up. I've been sitting too long. And I'm just stiff. I have been working for 3 days straight, a whole bunch of hours a day, and I'm so excited on my tubing. I want to get that video up. I'm probably too late to finish it, so I may finish it tomorrow, and hopefully it'll go up Tuesday. If not, it'll be up one day this week. Everybody have a wonderful evening. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for joining. I'm so sorry if we bored you. I just wanted to come on, drink a super bad soda. Once in a while, it was hot. It's been hot. Not as hot today as it was yesterday. Yesterday was 90. I don't think it got that hot today. No?
Yeah, it didn't get that hot today.
I love it when it's warm. When it's warm, I'm thawed out and I can move. When it's cold, I want to hide in the house. I can't take the cold. I never could. I don't care what age I was. When I was little, I didn't like the cold. Snow wasn't that big to me. You know, they take me up to the snow and it's wet and cold, kind of like my grandson. They dragged him all the way up to the mountains and he gets out and he goes, and I'm supposed to do what in this? He doesn't like the cold either. So, oh well. Anyways, I don't know if anybody said anything, but I'm going to get up and go say goodbye. Thank you, Rachel, for this super chat.
Yes.
Rachel
Hart.
Rachel Hart. Thank you, Rachel Hart. So I'm going to get behind the camera, say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Kathy Rose, hello. I didn't see you before. Gia Love One, I said goodbye. Mona Griggs, I think I missed you earlier. Okay, anyways, now I'm looking to see what I missed here. Evening skies reflection. I put a child's umbrella attached to my pole over my hummingbird feeders. Love it. I got no bees or wasps since I put the umbrella there. Very good. I'll have to try that one day. Let's see. So anything else, Gary? Otherwise, I'm going to try to find.
That's it.
Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening and a wonderful week.
And yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming by, and don't forget to I keep forgetting that. Don't forget to eat what you grow.
Oh, that's right. Don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody. Wave.
Bye.